Hello everyone and welcome back to Daily NDE Stories. Today we have Haley's story, who claims to have gone to heaven and talked to other people. Hello everyone, and thank you NDE Stories for narrating my story. I've been wanting to talk to someone who takes this thing seriously. Everybody, when I talk about this thing, they think that this is just a game that I'm trying to play. Nobody believes me, but I think after finding out your channel and the comments, people would actually believe that I did go to heaven, I talked to God, and I talked to all the other people too. Let's dive into it. It's December 13, 2013. I was lying in my couch. I was 22 years old, alone at home. My parents went out to do shopping, and my brother went out to play with his friends. I just wanted to sit back and relax. I was just cleaning my bookshelves when I found out a very rare card inside one of my old books. In that card read, "This is your ticket to another dimension." I thought it must have been some childish creation of mind, until something happened and the card started to move. A glowing orb came out of the cards, and the moment I touched it, I left Earth at the very exact moment. Then I was at a place there was a lot of brightness. I had this very weird feel inside of me, which was the moment of self-awareness. I have never been more self-aware about who I am, how I've been, or how great I feel until this place. And then I started to look around, and I saw several people walking in different parts. They were all going there. Was I supposed to go? I had a lot of questions in my head. I started to look for it, and I saw there were endless infinities going around everywhere. I wondered to myself, what do I need to do here? I was not able to figure out anything until someone comes up and says, "Hello, you must be Haley." I was quite sure how things are going on. "Oh, I'm sorry, your Earth name is Haley, if you still have your memory in your mind." And I just went, "Yeah, I do. Who are you?" "My child, I am the son of our Father." I immediately realized, oh my God, this man who's more than 7 feet tall in a white robe with a beautiful aura around himself, with a golden waist and a golden tiara on his head, it's none other than Jesus himself. "I'm so sorry for not recognizing you." "It's all right, my child. We're going to meet in 8 minutes from now." "What?" I asked. Until he could reply to me, another person comes up to me and says, "Let's go, we need you right now. Your destiny needs you to run." "Run where?" "Come with me," he says in a very loud voice, and I follow him. We run towards a place where there were a lot of people. I look back and I see Jesus waving me with a smile. At that place there were 8 seats, and there were 7 other people apart from me. We see our head, who was guarding everyone. He says the moment I sit. He starts by saying, "Welcome everyone to the time brawl. There are going to be 8 different places. Each one of you will be given a particular choice in every place. It will be up to you to choose whatever you want. And here's the catch. You only get to spend a very fractional amount of time there. Do what you can at your best. Let's travel dimensions together." Next thing I know, a sound comes, as if the clock is ticking, and we're all in a different dimension, a place where there's absolute rush. We are on the air, and we are all diving beneath it. But what's strange is that the land was outside and we were diving beneath, and beneath was the sky. The concept seems very weird to me. But this was not my land. They asked the question, he chose a decision, and the moment he said something, the place changed. Now we were on stage 2. On stage 2, you running along the forest, and to be very exact, we were running through strings between the branches. I don't think this place is Earth. There were creatures I've never even imagined, and there were places I don't think what they were. They were not free, they were not buildings, they were something entirely different. Somebody found something glowing, and the moment he touched it, our dimension changed again. This time we were on a very quiet place, and very far from us, we could see a train passing by. It was a very quiet environment. Involvement around us. Part of us was a lake, and everybody was just trying to relax. Until we saw thousands of horses running onto us. One of us takes out his shotgun, and for some reason, he should select a floor, and the moment he shoots, our dimensions change again. Now we were arriving in a spaceship. I can't think what kind of spaceship this is for. This is not how I've seen in the movies, so I can't really explain how it looks. I think we were revolving around a very gigantic object. I have no idea how we were not getting burned around it. It was very hard, and it was at that moment that we chose to dive inside the planet as we close around its orbit. Our space became faster and faster. It became so faster that to a point that we immediately changed our dimensions. I have no idea how this happened. This time they were inside water. There was very beautiful marine life all around us, and there was no land to be seen for far, far away. There was no idea how I could rise to the top. But surprisingly, I wasn't suffocating. None of us were. Not suffocating inside, this was very shocking to me. One of us went inside for how long I have no idea. There were very beautiful creatures. One of the creatures was shining brightly, and the moment someone touched it, it changed the dimension again. In this dimension, we were awfully small, and we could see multiple gigantic creations walking all around us. Gigantic buildings even bigger than the creators. We were very scared that we might get cut off, until a giant creature looks at one of our people. He says, "You have to choose either ride or either die." He chose us to ride, and as we all climb onto his hand, he throws us around, and the moment he throws us, we fall into another dimension. Now came a scene where we flying around in helicopters, and the question he asked me, "Where do you want to go?" and I say, "Home." The moment I say it, like giant creature on the air comes up and eats us alive. I was so scared only to realize that you are back in heaven. I tried to describe it as much as I can, but things look crazier than I've said. It was a crazy ride. Jesus comes to me and he asks, "So how did you feel?" I said, "It was magnificent. I've never felt this adventurous in my entire life." He explains to me, "All those 8 dimensions you just saw were real planets around real species." I wanted all 8 of you to know that. The world around them was so beautiful, the way they beautifully managed. I think all of us need to do the entire same thing for all, because one day you will be able to live on other dimensions and they will come to your dimensions. It's exactly why we need to maintain our view when you go back, all of you. After some certain years, you will be connected along with a lot of more people. It would be your mission to save Earth and make it a better place, and yes, we will meet again. It was lovely to meet you, my child. Let's see you in the afterlife, and I'll show you how beautiful heaven is. Thank you, my lord, I say. He magically disappears in front of my eyes, and the moment I flicker, I reached back to my home holding the card and I put it back. The smile on my face, and I look at the time. Right one only second has passed, time goes differently in different ways, I was told by Jesus. Thank you so much for listening. If I talk about this anywhere else, nobody will believe me. Everybody will think I'm crazy and they will send me to the sideboard, which is exactly why I found out your community, and everybody is talking about their near-death experiences, so I felt comfortable to share this with you. Thank you so much for expressing yourself, Haley. This was, is, and always will be a safe place for people like you to share your thoughts. Give us a like if you enjoyed how Haley you share her experience, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Thank you for listening.